Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying your November and you're getting some time to be outside. I know out here we're looking back on photos over the last couple years and it was filled with snow. We were out cross country skiing, we were building snowmen with kids, and last weekend here came home from coaching my son's hockey game and I barbecued outside in shorts and a t-shirt, which I can't remember too many end of Novembers where that's happening there, or mid-Novembers anyhow. But I hope you're spending some time, and as we creep up here towards American Thanksgiving, I hope you're finding some things to be thankful for. Like one of the things, I got new lockbox wraps, so that's pretty cool, pretty fancy, little annoying things that maybe realtors will get excited about. And we're seeing some cool things happening, and whether it's a daily email that you get, and I got this one from Daily Stoic. It's wonderful. If you're not signed up for it, I would highly recommend you taking a peek at Ryan Holiday and his Daily Stoic emails, or maybe it's just spending time with your family, and this extended weather, going out for a walk and not freezing outside. Those are some really cool things as we head into this next part of our season here. We're getting ready for Christmas, and we can even steal from the Americans in their Thanksgiving and find more things to be thankful for. So a little reminder as we're heading into this weekend for American Thanksgiving, just find small, simple things to be thankful for. Now, as we take a look at our market and how things have been moving over this last year, things have been going up, things have been going down. We've had a lot of uncertainty as we're leading up here towards the end of this year. And so a lot of that has been, as we look across the country, we've seen some numbers come down. We've seen markets take a bit of a hit as we've seen those inflation numbers really push up and the Bank of Canada starting to push those interest rates up. Good news though, today we heard from the Bank of Canada that the inflation rate has actually come down. So that inflation rate's come down to 3.1% inflationary over Canada, for Canada, coming down from 3.8% in September. So we've seen some movement on that inflation number, which is what the Bank of Canada has been trying to do with those interest rate hikes, push that inflation number down. And now we get to see a little bit of that hopefully come back to our real estate markets. As we've seen those inflation numbers push up, they pushed the interest rates up, and that's made buying a house a lot more expensive. So obviously it pushes those prices down, it pushes buyers into different segments. And as we take a little peek into our market over the last month, we'll see maybe a little bit of that playing out. As we look at that real estate market, our single family detached, which is the strongest segment of our market, that's where the majority of people are wanting to move into. These are detached homes. We've seen our pricing there go down to $487,000. We used to be up over $500,000. We've seen that. We've seen a little bit of that strength erode away. We're down to $487,000, and that's down from the month previous, which was $493,000. And so that's about a 1.4% month over month decrease. We have seen though year over year, we're up about 1.8%. End of last year was a little bit tougher for single family detached homes. So we're seeing a bit of strength there, but we're seeing as we come to the end of the year, a little bit of that strength in numbers pull off a little bit. So maybe there's opportunities out there for people looking to buy a single family detached home. Let's take a look at those semi-detached, those half duplexes, connected properties. Those numbers are actually up 9% month over month. We're at $386,000 month over month, which was the month previous was $354,000, and then year over year 4.2% we're up. And so maybe we're starting to see some of those people that were buying single family homes, maybe they're starting to push down into those semi-detached, because you can get really similar sized properties. You can get 1,800 square foot, 2,000 square foot even sometimes, half duplexes, and they're still really great homes. And they're going to be cheaper. So maybe we're starting to see some of those single family shoppers move down into that semi-detached market. Next, our townhomes, we're down to $259,000. So we're just down 3.1% month over month. The month previous was $267,000, and then year over year, pretty nominal, is down 0.6% year over year. Condos, this is always where we see a little bit of a challenge, but maybe some interesting news over the last month. So our prices now are over $200,000 for the average condo. We've seen some higher price condos push up the pricing a little bit, but our pricing is $204,000 for the average condo sale, which is up 11% from $182,000 the month previous, and up 8.9% year over year. So some strength in those condos. So a little bit of a spattering, some up, some down. Interesting. What what I find interesting are those semi-detached, those half duplexes, finding a little bit of extra strength here at the end of the year. And I think maybe that's some of the push off from those detached home buyers looking to purchase something, get something nice at a good price still. Our month of inventory, when we're looking at those, we're taking all of those sales that we've had and we're taking the amount of inventory we've had and we put it into a number that gives us months of inventory, which means how long it would take to eat up all the inventory we have. And that puts us at 3.4%. And so we're up from 3.1% the month previous. So we're seeing a little bit of that increase. We're still just teetering on that seller's market, just about to head into balanced market. Once we cross over 4 months of inventory, that's when we're more balanced between sellers and buyers. And we're pretty close to that. But we're at that 3.1 months of inventory, and our days on market, we're up to 43 days on market for a single family detached home. So we're kind of nearing that month and a half mark is how long it's taken the average home to sell. Some of the things we think about end of the year, maybe I should hold off. Some of the buyers are thinking maybe I should hold off and buy in the spring once the numbers, maybe the interest rate numbers start coming down. And that's true. Interest rate numbers could start coming down. The one thing is at the end of the year, typically you might be able to find properties on sale. We're seeing those single family detached price numbers come down, and there might be opportunity. New home builders, sometimes they want to get property off their books by the end of the year. And if not many people are out buying, there's fewer buyers out there, and you might be able to get an opportunity here to get a good value. I also think once we hit into the spring and you're thinking that maybe I'll wait for the numbers to come down, other people are also thinking about that. So it might be something worthwhile to take a little bit more thought into thinking, okay, if I'm waiting for those interest rates to come down, and that might be next year or who knows exactly, but with these positive numbers, maybe that's going to be next year. If you're joining in with a bunch of other people trying to buy, you might be in more competition. And I think when we see that, we're going to start seeing numbers push up a bit more. We're still going to see that interprovincial growth, people moving here because of how affordable it is, even pushing from Calgary now as they've been priced up a bit over the last year. I think we're going to continue to see a lot of that strength here in the Edmonton and St. Albert markets. And so just something to think about. If you're thinking about holding off, maybe take a peek at some properties now, talk to your mortgage broker, find out exactly what you can afford. And there might be opportunities over the next few months here to pick up a property that's really on sale. So I hope this information is helpful for you. If you've got any questions, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment, send me a message, and I'm here to help serve you however I can, my friends. Have a wonderful rest of your November, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.